Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part 4 or 5 of Numbers. Somewhere in that area, I forget, but I'll have it right when I post it. So, um, I guess you guys will know, but for now, I don't. Welcome back. We left on 16. Last time, I went up to Estes Park to go with some family. Um, yeah, so that's why the video was cut short a little bit last week, but this week we'll try and get through what we can. Yeah, let's start it off, I suppose. 16. Let's go. And if you need to pause now, go ahead and pause. And let's get back into it. All right, 16. This is where the rebellion against Moses and Aaron happened. Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, with Dathan and Abiram, the son of Elab, and on the son of Paleth, the sons of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Moses and some of the children of Israel. 250 leaders of the congregation, representatives of the congregation, men of renown. They gathered together against Moses and Aaron and said to them, "You take too much upon yourselves, for all the congregation is holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Why do you exalt yourselves above the assembly of the Lord?" So when Moses heard it, he fell on his face, and he spoke to Korah and all the company, saying, "Tomorrow morning the Lord will show you who is his and who is holy, and will cause him to come near to him. That one whom he chooses he will cause to come near him. Do this, take censers, Koa and all your company, put fire in them, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. It shall be that the man whom the Lord chooses is the Holy One. You take too much upon yourselves, you sons of Levi." Then Moses said to Korah, "Hear now, you sons of Levi. It is a small thing to you that the God of Israel has separated you from the congregation of Israel to bring you near to himself, to do the work of the tabernacle of the Lord, to stand before the congregation and serve them, and that he has brought you near to himself, you and all your brethren, the son of Levi, with you. And are you seeking the priesthood also? Therefore you and your company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron that you complain against him?" And Moses sent to Dathan and Abiram, the son of Elab, but they said, "We will not come up. It is a small thing that you have brought us up out of a land flowing with milk and honey to kill us in the wilderness, that you should keep acting like a prince over us. Moreover, you have not brought us into a land flowing with milk and honey, nor given us an inheritance of fields or vineyards." Vineyards. Vineyards? I think you could call it vineyards. "Will you put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up." Then Moses was very angry and said to the Lord, "Do not respect their offering. I have not taken one donkey from them, nor have I hurt one of them." And Moses said to Korah, "Tomorrow you and your company be present before the Lord, you and they, as well as Aaron. Let each take his censer and put incense in it." Okay. "And each of you bring his censer before the Lord, 250 censers, both you and Aaron, each with his censer." So every man took his censer and put fire in it, laid incense on it, and stood at the door of the tabernacle of meeting with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them at the door of the tabernacle meeting. Then the glory of the Lord appeared to all the congregation. And the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, "Separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment." Then they fell on their faces and said, "O God, the spirits of all flesh. Shall one man sin and you be angry with all of the congregation? So the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the congregation, saying, Get away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Not the same one, by the way. If you don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It looks a little funky. Also, with all these names, I don't know if I'm saying them right. I'm hoping I am. I'm getting close at least, hopefully. But you know, there's it's hard to pronounce names. I don't know. For me at least. Then Moses rose and went to Dathan, Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him, and he spoke to the congregation, saying, Depart now from the tents of these wicked men, touch nothing of theirs, lest you be consumed in their sins. So they got away from around the tent of Korah and Dathan and Abiram, and Dathan and Abiram came out and stood at the door of their tents with their wives, their sons, and their little children. And Moses said, By this you shall know that the Lord has sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own will. If these men die naturally like all men, or if they are visited by the common fate of all men, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord creates a new thing, and the earth opens its mouth and swallows them up with all that belongs to them, and they go down alive into the pit, and you will understand that these men have rejected the Lord. Now it came to pass when he finished speaking all these words, the ground split apart under them, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up with their households, and all the men with Korah and with all their goods. So they and all those people with them went down alive into the pit. The earth closed over them again, and they perished from among the assembly. Then all Israel who were around them fled, and at their cry they said, "Lest the earth swallow us up, lest the earth swallow us up also." They were freaking out, like, not me. Um, and fire came out from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who were offering incense. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Tell Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, to pick up censers out of the blaze, and they are holy, and scatter fire some distance away. The censers of the men who were sinned against their own souls, let them be made into hammered plates as a covering for the altar, because they presented them before the Lord. Therefore they are holy, and they shall be assigned to the children of Israel. So Eleazar the priest took the bronze censers, which those who were burned up had presented, and they were hammered out as a covering on the altar to be a memorial to the children of Israel, that no outsider who is not a descendant of Aaron should come near to offer incense before the Lord, that he may not become like Korah and his companions, just as the Lord had said to him through Moses. On the next day, all the congregation of the children of Israel complained against Moses and Aaron, saying, You have killed the people of the Lord. Now it happened, when the congregation had gathered against Moses and Aaron, that they turned toward the tabernacle meeting, and suddenly the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. Then Moses and Aaron came before the tabernacle meeting, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Get away from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. And they fell on their faces. So Moses said to Aaron, Take a censer, put fire in it from the altar, put incense on it, and take it quickly to the congregation to make atonement for them. For the wrath has gone out from the Lord, the plague has begun. Then Aaron took it as Moses commanded, and ran into the midst of the assembly, and already the plague had begun among the people. So he put the incense and made atonement for the people, and he stood between the dead and the living, so the plague was stopped. Now these who died in the plague were 14,700, besides those who died in the Korah accident. So Aaron returned to Moses at the door of the tabernacle meeting, for the plague had stopped. 17. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel to get them a rod from each father's house. All their leaders according to their father's houses, 12 rods. Write each man's name on his rod. You shall write Aaron's name on the rod of Levi, for there shall be one rod for the head of each father's house. You shall place them in the tabernacle of meeting before the testimony where I meet with you. And it shall be that the rod of the man whom I choose will blossom, and I will rid myself of the complaints of the children of Israel, which they make against you. So Moses spoke to the children of Israel, and each of their leaders gave him a rod apiece, for each leader according to their father's houses, 12 rods, and the rod of Aaron was among their rods. And Moses placed the rods before the Lord in the tabernacle of witness. Now it came to pass on the next day that Moses went into the tabernacle of witness, and behold, the rod of Aaron of the house of Levi had sprouted and put forth buds, and had produced blossoms and yield ripe almonds. Then Moses brought out all the rods before the Lord to all the children of Israel, and they looked, and each man took his rod. And the Lord said to Moses, Bring Aaron's rod back before the testimony, to be kept as a sign against the rebels, that you may put their complaints away from me, lest they die. Thus Moses did just as the Lord had commanded him, so he did. So the children of Israel spoke to Moses, saying, Surely we die, we perish, we all perish. Whoever comes near the tabernacle of the Lord must die. Shall we utterly die? 18. Sorry, neck. Then the Lord said to Aaron, You and your sons and your father's house with you shall bear the iniquity related to the sanctuary, and you and your sons with you shall bear the iniquity associated with your priesthood. Also bring your brethren of the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, that they may be joined with you and serve you while you and your sons are with you before the tabernacle of witness. They shall attend to your needs and all the needs of the tabernacle, and that they shall not come near the article of sanctuary and the altar, lest they die, they and you also. Wow. You shall be they shall be joined with you and attend to the needs of the tabernacle meeting from all the work of the tabernacle, but an outsider shall not come near you, and you shall attend to the duties of the sanctuary and the duties of the altar. That there may be no more wrath on the children of Israel. Behold, I myself have taken your brethren, the Levites, from among the children of Israel. They are a gift to you, given by the Lord to do the work of the tabernacle meeting. Therefore, you and your sons with you shall attend to your priesthood for everything at the altar and behind the veil, and you shall serve. I give your priesthood to you as a gift service, but the outsider who comes near shall be put to death. And the Lord spoke to Aaron. Here, I myself also given you a charge of my heave offering. All the holy gifts of the children of Israel, I have given them as a portion to you and your sons as an ordinance forever. This shall be yours, and this shall be yours of the most holy things reserved from the fire, every offering of theirs, every grain offering, and every sin offering, and every trespass offering which they render to me shall be most holy for you and your sons. In the most holy place you shall eat it. Every male shall eat it. It shall be holy to you. This also is yours, and the heave offering of their gift, and all the wave offerings of the children of Israel I have given to you, and your sons and your daughters with you as an ordinance forever. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat it. All the best of oil, all the best of the new wine and grain, their first fruits which they offer to the Lord, I have given them to you. Let's see here. Whatever first ripe fruit is in their land they bring to the Lord shall be yours. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat it. Every devoted thing in Israel shall be yours. Everything that opens the womb of the flesh, first opens the womb of the flesh, which they bring to the Lord, whether man or beast, shall be yours. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man you shall surely redeem, and the firstborn of unclean animals you shall redeem. And those redeemed of the devoted things you shall redeem when 1 month old, according to your valuation, for 5 shekels of silver, according to the shekel of sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. I don't know. Different currency at the time. Where am I at? Whoa. Oh, okay. My bad. But the firstborn of cow, the firstborn of sheep, or the firstborn of goat, you shall not redeem. They are holy, and you shall sprinkle their blood on the altar and burn their fat as an offering made by fire for a sweet aroma to the Lord. And their flesh shall be yours, just as a wave breast, as right and the right thigh are yours. All the heave offerings of the holy things which the children of Israel said, offer to the Lord, I have given to you and your sons and daughters with you as an ordinance forever. It is a covenant of salt forever before the Lord with you and your descendants with you. And then the Lord said to Aaron, you shall have no inheritance in their land, nor you have any portion among them. I am your portion, and I am your inheritance among the children of Israel. Behold, I have given to the children of Levi all the tithes in Israel as an inheritance in return for the work which they perform, the work of the tabernacle meeting. Hereafter the children of Israel shall not come near the tabernacle meeting, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall perform the work of the tabernacle of meeting and shall bear the iniquity. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations that among the children of Israel they shall have no inheritance. For the tithes of the children of Israel, which they offer up as a heave offering to the Lord, I have given to the Levites as an inheritance. Therefore I said to them, among the children of Israel they shall have no inheritance. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak thus to the Levites, and say to them, when you take from the children of Israel the tithes which I have given you from them as your inheritance, then you shall offer up a heave offering of it to the Lord, a tenth of the tithe. And your heave offering shall be reckoned to you as through it were the grain of the threshing floor, and as a fullness of winepress. Thus you shall also offer a heave offering to the Lord from all the tithes which you receive from the children of Israel. You shall give the Lord's heave offering from it to Aaron the priest. Of all your gifts you shall offer every heave offering due to the Lord from all the best of them, the consecrated part of them. Therefore you shall say to them, when you have lifted up the best of it, and the rest shall be accounted to the Levites as produce of the threshing floor, and as produce of the winepress. You may eat it in any place, you and your households, for it is your reward for your work in the tabernacle meeting. And you shall bear no sin because of it. And you have lifted up the best of it, and you shall not profane the holy gifts of the children of Israel, lest you die. Now, hold on, give me one moment. Yeah. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, 19, by the way. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, this is the ordinance of the law which the Lord has commanded, saying, speak to the children of Israel, and they bring you a red heifer without blemish, in which there is no defect, on which a yoke has never come. You shall give it to Eleazar the priest, and he may take it outside the camp, and it shall be slaughtered before him. And Eleazar the priest shall take some of its blood with his finger, and sprinkle some of its blood 7 times directly in front of the tabernacle meeting. Then the heifer shall be burned in his sight, its flesh, its hide, its flesh, its blood, and its offal shall be burned. And the priest shall take cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet, and cast them into the midst of the fire burning in the heifer. Then the priest shall wash his clothes, He shall bathe in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. The priest shall be unclean until evening, and the one who burns it shall wash his clothes in water, bathe in water, and shall be unclean until evening. Then a man who is clean shall gather up the ashes of the heifer, store them outside the camp in a clean place, and they shall be kept for the congregation of the children of Israel for the water of purification. It is for purifying from sin. And the one who gathers the ashes of the heifer shall wash his clothes and be unclean until evening. It shall be a statute forever to the children of Israel and to the strangers who dwells among them. He who touches the dead body of anyone shall be unclean 7 days. He shall purify himself with the water on the third day, and on the seventh day he will be clean. But if he does not purify himself on the third day and on the seventh day, he will not be clean. Whoever touches the body of anyone who has died and does not purify himself defiles the tabernacle of the Lord. That person shall be cut off from the children of from Israel. He shall be unclean because of the water of purification was not sprinkled on him. His uncleanness is still on him. This is the law when a man dies in a tent. All who comes into the tent and all who are in the tent shall be unclean 7 days. And every open vessel which has no cover fastened on it, it is unclean. Whoever is open-filled touches one who is slain by sword, who has died, or a bone of a man, or a grave, shall be unclean 7 days. And for unclean person they shall take some of the ashes of the heifer burnt for purification from sin. Running water shall be put on them in a vessel. A clean person shall take hyssop and dip it in water, sprinkle it on a tent and on all the vessels, on the persons who were there, and on the one who touched a bone, the slain, the dead, or a grave. The clean person shall sprinkle the unclean, and on the third day of the seventh day, on the third day and on the seventh day, and on the seventh day he shall purify himself, wash his clothes and bathe in water, and at evening he shall be unclean, or he shall be clean, sorry. But the man who is unclean does not purify himself, the person shall be cut off from among the assembly, because he has defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water of purification has not been sprinkled on him, he is unclean. It shall be perpetual statute for them. He who sprinkles the water of purification shall wash his clothes. He who touches the water of purification shall be unclean until evening. Whatever the unclean person touches shall be unclean, and the person who touches it shall be unclean until evening. And I think that's where we stop for today. So we end off at an even 20, you know? And we don't have a lot more left. We only have 36. So, leaving off at 20 this week. Nice little video. I do enjoy these kind of smaller ones. It's allowing me to have storage on my phone. And I enjoy that. Because at the beginning of all this, I was having a lot of issues with my storage. So now that I'm doing it this way, it's going a lot smoother, I feel like. But they are shorter videos. But I think let me know if you guys think that's an up or a downer. If you like these 25 to 20 minute videos, if you think these are faster, or well, obviously they're not faster because we're gonna have more parts along the way. So it's gonna be the same time, kind of no matter what. But at the end of the day, let me know if you guys like these better, or if I should try and go back to what I was doing beforehand, for like hour videos, like, you know, longer ones. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, we got to 20 today. I hope everyone has a blessed week, and I hope everyone's able to do something that they're proud of this week. And yeah, I suppose I will talk to everyone later. Latest, Gator.